Rise and shine. Happy New Year's. Top of the morning to you laddies. My name's the Randleman Buck. Welcome back to the Silverrun Family Tree Farm. Now, of course, it says up in the top right, it is August. I understand that. The only way I can really get this save to work for some reason, with the changing of the seasons, because it is December and January, is if I set a visual month. So, we are in December, so as you guys can see, all of our shrubbery finally has decided to take a load off for the season. What I want to do is we have an event for New Year's going on this weekend, being hayrack rides, carnival games. I mean, we're getting the whole shindig, and like as you guys can see, we're supposed to even get snow. So I want to get one final cutting of just get all of this grass, just shred it, get it down to the part where we can get ready for Christmas time and just have this place looking nice and spiffy. We also have to go to TSC, as I already called in an order last week. We have roughly over 60 small square bales we have to get so we can get our hay racks ready. We did end up going to pick up another round of tree saplings so we can get ready for next season. We have a temperature controlled nursery down here that we can put these in for the season, so we'll have to get those off this trailer and get the racks up on the side. And yeah, we got a lot to do. So without further ado, we're going to get right to it. By starting off, we are mainly just going to get the mower out and start cleaning up. So let's get to it. Now, if you guys have not already, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe down below. With the start of the new year, we want to make the best run we can to get to the glorious 100,000 subscriber mark. We want to hit that season off strong, and I want to really get you guys involved in this as we've been doing a lot more community posts and just getting a lot more involved in the community. I mean, I show up in FS Club streams a lot now over the last recent months, but I really just kind of want to get more connected with the community, and to do that, I need to embed myself and just become as connected to my channel and the community as possible. So, without further ado, we're just going to get a little bit of time lapse going here while we mow the yard. not 110% done, and the grass is very dry this year, so it looks kind of patchy, but it definitely looks cleaner. I do have this one little area that I got to get the outside fence on for this. What we're going to do now is, since last time, we also have swapped out a truck on the yard. We went to a government auction. I just realized I missed a spot in there. We'll probably send out David to come out and do that, but we swapped out the 64 Ford F800 for a C77 1977 Chevy with a giant flatbed on it. So this one has a bigger bed on it and probably has going to be a little bit more potential for us in the long run. But we're going to take that to TSC and we will go and grab our bales. The trailers that will have the hay racks on them will be our our hay rack right there. This trailer, once we get the Bobcat stuff unloaded, and then the other two trailers over there. Those will be all of the hay racks. Now, they will mainly have a course we're going to have to try and map out. I will also have to try and navigate them myself to figure out the path and trajectory of where we want everyone to be going. With that, we're going to get the mower parked up here. I am going to get my keister over to Tractor Supply so we can go pick up those bales. So this truck's been rather good to us. We did have to do a oil change on it when we got it, as you know, state vehicle. This was actually a Game & Parks vehicle, so it was loved, but you could tell a lot of its trips were definitely short 5-mile trips at low speed, so kind of gummed up. I'm going to try and help make this thing a little bit better. The fuel economy on this thing is garbage, absolutely horrendous, but you know, it gets the job done, and it's actually got a relatively big engine in it, so it will be able to get a lot of our jobs done. But we're going to head over to Tractor Supply and go pick up our bales, and we shall see you guys in a minute. Everybody technically can get straw bales pretty cheap, but the problem is right now is where I'm at currently, straw bales are getting to be a little bit scarce, and I'm buying them very, very late in the season, so we'll just pretty much easily going to say that bales prices are high right now. We'll see how high they are, because we haven't paid the invoice for this yet. But either way, we're going to hopefully not be dropping too many bucks on that. There is our order. I think that is 153 bales, but we do not need the whole thing. They just had to get a full trailer full. We were told that if we wanted to, we can come back and get more. So we throw our straps on, and these were all single-handedly stacked. I want to die. Not really. But that right there is exactly 100 bales. That's 60, dum-dum. So let's make our way back to the farm. I probably could have gotten another stack that goes up top, but hey, want to know something? It doesn't necessarily matter. If we need more, we can come back. We'll just go and drop off our payment to the guys in the front here, and we'll be on our way. So at $5 a bale, it cost us $500 to get these bales here. Should have cost you $3. Not bad, but obviously could be a lot better. Yeah, it was. So we have our bales in the bed. We're pretty much set to go with that, and we got plenty of little projects we have to do to get ready to go for tomorrow. The main thing that I got to get going right now is getting the hay racks prepped, as well as starting to get the Christmas lights out. The event isn't till tomorrow, so it'll be on New Year's Day, but I definitely have my work cut out for me, as the bales to that hay rack right there are currently up in the hay loft. We have to get all of the stuff off of this trailer, since this is our biggest one we have for the most capacity of people. Then we got to get these two prepped to go, and with these two trailers, we're actually going to hook up one of our antique tractors to those, so that'll be that. And that should be good. So we got enough stuff planned out here for us. So I'll catch you guys once we get like the Bobcat unloaded. So let's get to it. Well, as you guys can tell, it is currently snowing. We got the 863 off the trailer. And while we were getting the pallets unloaded in our floriculture enclosed hut, we ended up getting a call from Ezekiel. He said that my 8N is done, so I'm going to quickly run over there with the Ford quick and grab that. But by the time we technically get back, I heard that Chris should be back with the Christmas lights. Him and David are going to be the ones that are going to get those started, and I'll help them out once I get back done with that. We're all going to be putting together onto the hay racks because that's just going to be a full process on its own. But basically, without further ado, guys, we'll catch you once we come back with that 8N. So we thanked Ezekiel. We got back on our way, and he ended up figuring out what our problem was. We ended up having a warped head on the block. So he ended up planing the top of that off, got it all nice and smoothed out, replaced a bunch of our seals for us. Basically got the whole thing tuned up, ready to go. There's not a drop underneath that tractor now. She puts right off the beat like it never skipped it off the factory floor. But snow's starting to come down now, and as we know, when snow flies, that means you got to get stuff done quickly. But it's going to be nice because it's supposed to deliver about, I'd say about 1.5 inches of snow. So we'll be perfect for our holiday events. But we're going to get these hay racks ready to go and lined up and in the shop so we can be at the most productive we can be. Well, we're going to get these hay racks set up and ready to go. I'm actually just going to pull that truck in down there at the hay loft. We'll back them in and we'll pull the trailers through and we'll load them as we go so we can get out of this snow. So we'll see you guys in just a few. We got the hay rack lined up, ready to go here, so we can just start throwing bales on the trailers. As for the tractors that we're lucky enough to be the hay rack tractors this year, we have the Oliver 1855 on one of the big trailers out here, probably going to be our tan trailer. The Minneapolis Moline is going to be on the other black dovetail, and then the 620 is going to be on our actual hay rack. So that's going to be what that's going to do. We're going to get the Oliver hooked up here first, and we'll just kind of start pulling them through the shed. This trailer always likes to sit low on basically every single mod you put it on, unless it's got a very high tongue. So the tractor does kind of drag the trailer a little bit, but it's nothing terrible. But we'll put this right here through the shed. Back it up a little bit. And we will start loading bales. So after we set aside these two bales right here, what we actually have currently is 12 bales to this trailer. I'm assuming that this means that it's going to be about 18 to 20 for the dovetail, since I'm going to try and scooch them a little bit closer together and basically go all the way onto the back side of the dovetail. It's a little bit longer than this trailer, but 12 spots, and we got all of our main seating right here. This front patch right here is actually just going to be for the ride personnel, basically the supervisor of the trailer, so the guy in the tractor can keep his face forward, he can keep on the radio, and we know where we're going to be going with him. These two notches back here are where you go in and out, and then no one sits back on the ramps for this trailer or the 35-foot triple axle, because of the fact I don't need to have any safety problems where someone's tripping over the back ramp and falling and whatever that might be. So this trailer, this one is set to go. What we're going to do now is we'll go up and grab our Minneapolis, and we will go grab the other dovetail. So we will be back. So some slightly sad news for the trucks today. We sadly could not use the Minneapolis nor the 5020 to pull this trailer, as the Oliver's hitch is, I mean, at least you guys will be able to see, it's sitting lower on the tractor, but it's not too terribly bad. But the 5020 and the Minneapolis, they were just sitting way too low. So basically what we ended up doing is we'll grab our Kubota, since it has the correct hitch on the back to be towing this trailer in the first place, and we will be making arrangements to use this as our other hay rack tractor. Make our turn there. The nice thing about this tractor, though, is that the person operating this one won't have to worry about the cold, since, you know, this is a heated tractor cab. So this will probably be the nicest one, except for our big hay rack. Now, to get that back here, that's just going to be a pain. So we'll get this one loaded up, and we'll see you guys here in just a few. Here we are finishing up trailer number 2. So like I was showing you guys, basically what I'm just doing for safety reasons, not safety reasons, but what I'm doing just to make sure it's all tied down. I actually realized this did not have tie downs on the back deck, so this one might just be for standing spectators. I don't necessarily know. But here is another 12 glorious bale trailer. I'm probably going to guess that one over there, unless it is a 35-foot bigger trailer. That one will take the same amount of bales. So the next trailer up, we'll grab the 620, and we will go and grab the hay rack trailer. So we're currently getting our hay rack figured out. Now the difference between making this hay rack ride and the other ones is that I actually fill this one to the brim, and the pattern's a little bit different since I actually have the exact amount of bales that I needed for this trailer up in the hay loft. But I'm just going to build it out of the bales that I got in here so I can get a head count of how many bales that I still currently have that I can use for any of the events, whether that be seating, decoration, picture areas, and apparently just dropping them through the floor, because that's also an idea. The only difference on this one is this one only has one entrance and exit point on there. So I got to take this and put it right here. So that way we have our nice entrance walkway, and then I can just strap those down so we have those secured. I think I can get one strap across these. So literally the only ones that are not held in place at the moment is these two back ones. So that's not anything terrible. I don't really plan on those going anywhere. But this seating pattern is just a little bit different, but it's also a little bit more spread out. I could technically put one line right down the middle here if I wanted to, but I also don't want to overcrowd these things. So what we'll do now is we'll get this one pulled out, and we'll go and grab the Ford up on the hill so we can get this ready to go, and we're calling it a night, because it's already 3 o'clock, and it is getting to be darker out here. So I got to beat the sunlight, so we'll see you guys in a bit. So there we go. We got all of those strapped down. Now this one actually has, it was a bit longer. This is a 30... This is our 30-foot trailer. The other two are 20-footers, so we had an extra 10 feet worth of bales, which I think is basically just one more round. This one is going to be our biggest pain in the butt to navigate, so I'm going to have to really find a way to get this thing around in here, as it's just going to be a hassle. But I think we can do it. It'll just really take some practice and patience to make this thing work. Might have to come in and dump some gravel to make the turning radius of this thing a hair bit better. So there is that. We'll get that truck cleaned up in the morning. We will also get everything else prepped in terms of lights tomorrow. In the same thing, we'll just do all of that tomorrow. The event should be tomorrow night. And pretty much what the actual routes are going to look like is I'm going to have one route that goes out towards the city, so you can kind of just parade through town. We will take the Kubota and the Ford on that, since they have the longer of the two trailers to navigate through here, with it getting just the dovetail hitting, and that trailer just being 30 foot in general. And then these two, the white and the John Deere, will actually parade around the insides of the tree farm. So we will have that to figure out. We'll have all of our stuff ready to go by the morning, so we will catch you guys in just... we'll basically catch you guys in a couple hours. We're going to get off, go home, get ready for the morning, and we're going to finish up the rest of this stuff tomorrow. So let's get it. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. As we got a lot more stuff we got to do today, mainly pertaining towards the Christmas lights and getting our maps routed out for these guys. Pretty much what we're going to be doing here is we got a bunch of 2-inch dowel rods with a bunch of pathway lights we got to hang up around all of these areas, so that way we can light up the paths at night with the Christmas spirit and the New Year's tradition. and we shall be set to go. So let's actually get done with our lights first, since that's going to take a good portion of our morning, and we'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, so our trail lights are up. We ended up going with like a 4-inch stake post, but it's like, I think almost 20 feet tall. We got it a couple feet down on the ground. This is obviously a lot more extra than we probably needed, but we got our pathways lit up with all the nice Christmas bulbs, as well as we got the crew assembling / already assembled. I think they're working on the one on the front right now, getting it all electrically hooked up. We have the Christmas tree that's sitting over here, so we still can take the tractors, especially the white tractor, and swing it wide around here so we can come back down the patch. So basically what I'm going to do now is I will show you guys the city pathway that the Ford, because we're going to have to get that out, and the Kubota are going to follow, and then we'll finish off with the one that the deer and the white tractor will follow. So let's get these two out of the way, since they are going to be using the current in-park drive. Okay, so we got the hay racks all lined up here, ready to go. This will be their loading areas, preferably mainly over here, and then they'll load back around, come out, and if they're going through the actual park, which will be those two over there, they will take a left, and if they're going on the city route, they'll go to the right. So we'll show you guys the one to the city route by taking the Kubota here. Massive pothole right there. Get some gravel to fill that in. So the city route tractor, the city route rack rides, they will head out to the right here by swinging it wide. This is the one reason why I like having these ones on the city route, because that dovetail really does stick out very, very far on the back of this route. Flashers on. And we're basically going to be able to make a loop around the inside of the city limits on this one. So come along. So we'll cut across the lot here. We'll kind of maybe make something festive on this, but we'll just cut across traffic here. And then we'll take a left, and all these guys will have their Christmas lights out. I won't be on this route. These guys won't be on this. They'll go through the city streets of Silverrun Forest and get to cruise downtown. Really, really nice. I would love to see this route lit up at night, because they have all their Christmas lights, their decorations, and just beautiful households. I mean, the marina's going to be all nice and lit up. This will be really, really cool. Oh, all the little shops will have all their little knickknacks going on. Get all their nice goodies. I know there's a couple Swedish shops down here. I think there's someone down here that makes kolaches. It's a lot of neat little things. We're gonna make a left turn up here so we can follow around. Just keep going on the outskirts of town. We'll come back through here. Go by the fire station. They'll have something going on here, I know that. The Great Woods Gallery. Take a right. And we'll take another right up here after this guy. Actually, that's Daryl. Daryl's out on the crosswalk. What's he doing out here? He should be at work. And they'll take a right up here, just cruise again through the neighborhood, and then they'll wrap back down and around on the left side. Down the bottom of the hill, where you can get a nice little overview. You can see the barn on the backside. Now, of course, at night you won't be able to see that. But these will all just be all nice and lit up with all of its Christmas lights. Just a nice big entertainment. We did not just run through that crosswalk. We'll make a left here. We'll buy the main entrance of all that stuff. Back home. So like I mentioned, when we actually come out onto the left side, we will hang a left-hand turn that goes down into the alleyway that connects all of our offices, which these guys get to see all of the equipment that goes up along the side. And then we just kind of creep our way down through this alleyway that's, you get to see the pine trees on the right and the Christmas trees on the left. And then they will actually take a right, which these ones will be very spaced out, so they don't have to worry about getting hit. But he'll take a right. Now, this tractor also is the more agile of the two. The white tractor is going to have to swing very wide on that corner. We'll have to get some practice runs in before we do that tonight. And then we got a rather sharp turn. The white, once again, is going to have a lot of trouble doing this, but not for the old 620. We'll get to go up and around the shop. Gonna take a nice good look. We'll probably have all these doors open with some lights showcasing all the tractors on the inside. And if anything, we might actually drive through that if we don't have enough room to turn around. But then once we kind of get up towards the top here, we got Merry Christmas lit all up. We'll have some of our stuff decorated back there once again for detail. Just all the nice little detailed lights. Wrap up and around the back side of the tree line of the pine trees. Right down the back stretch here. If we're lucky, the train will come by at this point and play a little toot-toot for us. Hang another sharp right here, coming around the bend. And then this is where things are going to get a little bit hasty. Now, I think this is probably where we're also going to have to do this, for especially the white tractor. And we just swing it wide left and come back around. To finish off the drive, we go all the way down the stretch of this passageway. So you get to see all the nice tree lines to your right, the pine trees in the barn to your left, and it transfers to, you're surrounded by Christmas trees. And then it transfers to all of our little gift shop knickknacks and the enclosures, for which is there's actually our spruce and pine saplings that we ended up buying, since that's a temperature-controlled area. Take a left around the final bend here. We pop out where our tractor's service spot is, and we're back on the main road connecting to our parking lot. So that is our hay rack ride routes. We're going to be getting the rest of this stuff set up, ready to go for tonight. We'll get you guys some pictures of this thing once it's ready to go. But that is going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas and are going to have a great Happy New Year. This little event farm has been an absolute blast to do, build, and be on. We kind of got to fill in some of these potholes, though, because that's kind of dangerous for this fence line as well as the people. But be sure to check out the Boomstick Club for all the up-to-date content from me and the gang. You guys already know who it is. And that will do it for this one, guys. This is going to be the first video, actually, of the brand new year, 2023. It's going to be a great one. I'm so excited for you guys to be here with us and go along for the ride. But we'll see you guys on the next one. This is the Rental Man out. Peace.